The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
This morning, and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is Wednesday, the 8th of October, 2025, and you are on the clock with Erin Green. Now, listen to my audience. I just want to whisper something to y'all. I'm waking on something for all of us. Okay, I'm trying to get all of us on a cruise. All, one time. Right, but I need y'all to wake with me. I need y'all to wake with me, okay? Y'all can figure it out in a second. But in studio today, I have representatives from RCI, Royal Caribbean International, and they're talking about some local happenings. I can't spoil the play just yet, and y'all don't spoil my play. We trying to get all of us on a cruise. Because if in the alternate, we got to get all the people on the cruise on New Providence. It's one or the other. Either all of us going on the cruise ship or all the people on the cruise ship coming to New Providence, but we're going to wake it out. Now, before we get the show started, I have to say good morning to the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And I got to apologize. I'm not sure if an apology is what is needed, but something is needed. I just want to say to those officers this morning on Market Street, sorry, I burst out laughing while I was in my car. And y'all stopped my car. I didn't mean to burst out laughing, But let me tell you what happened. See, because if you were in my position, in my seat with my seatbelt on and my two hands on the wheel, and you see the traffic slowing down, and then you realize there's police ahead, and something was happening because, something happening in town today. The cars are everywhere on Market Street. The people then park up their car, which means they can be on foot. I think there's going to be a demonstration or a protest of some sort in town. So if you're not prepared to participate in the protest or demonstration, avoid town as a route. Anyway, so here I am on the road, minding my business, traffic business, and the police instruct the vehicle in front of me to slow down. So I realized that they're taking this opportunity to conduct impromptu little road inspection, So the officer told the driver to slow down on the pedestrian crossing. And then all of a sudden, the police officer tell the bike, get off the pedestrian crossing. What you doing on the crossing? I could not help myself but to laugh. I couldn't help it, officers. But note this, I still kept both my hands on the wheel. Maybe, possibly. But the point is, y'all can't say something so exciting in front of exciting people and don't expect excitement. Okay? And I want to apologize because I don't want y'all to think that laugh was an attempt to insult. I had to catch myself because you just tell the boy stop on the pedestrian crossing. And then you tell him don't stop on the pedestrian crossing. I want to thank you all for that little sweet joke this morning. Beware, there are civic activities taking place downtown today. Don't get frustrated. In fact, use this as an opportunity. 4-hour lunch break. Tell your boss you just got stuck in traffic and you didn't want to frustrate the police like Erin Green has frustrated the police. You just had to behave and wait until the time came. So, you guys, we've got guests in studio this morning and I'm trying to take us on a cruise. And you're going to give me I got to find another pair of headphones, but we're going to get there. We are going to get there. Joining me again are representatives from Royal Caribbean International, and I think they're coming to tell us about this all expenses paid cruise for Guardian Radio listeners, but maybe not.
Erin, you're almost there.
I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say, so I'm going to ask, as you begin speaking, to introduce yourself and the capacity or the function that you fulfill at Royal Caribbean International.
Thank you, Erin, for having us. I'm Jillian Gray. I'm head of corporate communications at Royal Caribbean.
I'm Adina Wilson. I'm a recruiter attached to talent acquisition.
Good morning, Erin.
My name is Alistair Delancey. I am the Director of Operations for Royal Beach Club.
Morning, Erin. Miguel Culmer, Service Operations Director for Royal Beach Club.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Ferguson. I'm the Talent Acquisition Manager for all private destinations.
Y'all get the right people in the building today. Talent Acquisition Manager. So are we talking about recruitment today?
You are exactly right. We have several things going on, and it's beginning today. So today, right now, at BTVI going on. So anyone who is interested in any of those technical positions, and our manager is going to list those out in just a moment. You can go down to BTVI today, and then we're going into Grand Bahama next week. But I'll let Jessica jump in and talk a little bit about what's happening right now as we speak down at BTVI.
All right, so Family Islanders, don't worry. They're not going to miss you all out in this recruitment exercise.
No, definitely not. So today, starting at 10 a.m., well, it's actually happening now. You can go to BTVI, where we're in the process of looking for a few technical positions. Anything that's lead and non-management roles we're looking to fill. So anything from plumbers, upholsterers, electricians, please come down to BTVI. We have a team of recruiters that are there, and they will be there until 2 p.m. today. And then at the end of the week, on Saturday and Sunday, we will be at the Betty Kelly Swimming Complex, where we will be having a swim test, where we're in search of lifeguards. So we're looking for lifeguard supervisors, lifeguard training and administrative supervisors, as well as lead. And so please come out to the swim complex on the weekend in our search for lifeguards.
And tell me the time again.
So for the swim test, it's going to be starting at 9:30 until 1 p.m.
All right, so listen, if you're serious about this, get there for 8:30.
Please.
No, yeah, get there for 8:30. Get the pocket, get you sorted out, calm yourself down. You know, when I say calm yourself down, what I mean is prepare your best self, right, for this. Now, do I have to jump in the pool at this stage of the interview? Yes. No. I want people to be prepared.
Anyway, so we have a number of things that we have them come and do. Yes, you need to bring all of your documentation. And Adina, who is one of our recruiters, she's going to let you know exactly what the swim test entails. You're interested?
Y'all don't listen. See, this gentleman, Mr. Delancey, he knows me for a long time, which is why you see the smile on my face. When these guys say that they're focused on local recruitment, these are faces that I know. These are people that I know, right? But also back to the thing. I don't want to disadvantage anybody. I am a champion. Special Olympics world-class bubbler. I learned to swim at Montague Beach. I learned to swim with Stingray. Y'all don't understand. I was a swimmer, but more importantly, I'm a bubbler, which is the number one skill for a lifeguard.
Well, maybe not. Let Adina let you know what
You sure?
the skills. Yeah.
Adina, tell these people what they need to do to qualify for this position, because this is one of the most important positions.
So thank you so much. So
A little closer.
a little closer, okay.
Yeah.
So for a standard lifeguard position, we're asking for the candidate to be able to swim 300 meters, which is about 3 or 4 laps of a 25-meter pool. Then they have to tread water for a minimum of 1 minute.
There's plenty more laps than that, but don't watch nothing. So hold on, let's do that. So 25, 2 laps is 50,
Yes.
4 laps is 100, 12 laps is 300.
So
See, I could count and bubble at the same time. I got this. But you have to extended swim.
for the tread water for a minute, and then they would have to dive down to retrieve a 10-pound weighted item
Yeah.
from the bottom of the pool. For the senior lifeguard, it goes extended. They would have to swim about 14 to 16 laps of the pool, tread water for a minimum of 2 minutes, and then also dive down to retrieve the book. We're also sourcing for guides for our other property. So we're also sourcing for Coco Key. There's an extended test that they will undergo as well.
All right. No, these are very important. So I'm a crack a joke, right? But these are very important things. There's also like a psychological component. It's not just that you could swim. You got to be a strong and confident swimmer.
But when you think about it, we usually spend our summers in the water in any event, and then we have a lot of swim clubs around here. And so people we usually get those feeders from swim clubs, from people who've been diving all their lives, those who've been on boats, fishermen, those types of things. You would be surprised how strong of a swimmer they are.
Yeah.
And they're used to going down and catching those crates and lobster traps and things like that and bringing those up, it's no different. It may sound complex, but it's no different than what people who spend their life in
In
the
the
water,
water, right.
that they use.
So, like, if you would typically be out in the summer crawfishing, but now you're out of high school and you're thinking, what can I do with these skills I have?
Yes.
These are the skills they need. Check out Royal Caribbean. So Saturday morning, Betty Kelly Kenning Swim Center. Betty Kenning Kelly Swim Center. 9:30 start
Yeah.
until 1 p.m.
And then we don't want to forget about today. If you're sitting in your car and you're just driving around and you have been looking for a job and you have those technical skills, we definitely want you to come out. So Jessica's going to let you know some of those positions that we're looking for. But in the technical space, there are lots of various areas. And we have these people who have these types of skills and we want them to come out. They may not have thought about tourism. They may not have thought about tourism as, an option because they're in the technical space, they're a mechanic, those types of things, heavy equipment, stuff like that. But this is what we do. And you can have a space in the tourism arena with these technical skills.
This is awesome. Let's run. And so you're in your car listening right now. BTVI is where we're heading today?
Yes,
Yes.
BTVI.
Okay.
It's happening now. So if you are a refrigeration technician, a storekeeper, a technical administrator, upholsterer, wastewater treatment mechanic, vehicle and generator mechanic, a pool, mechanical plumber, as well as a general plumber, please come out as well.
All right. No, go through the list again. Read it again.
Sure. So we're looking also for carpenters, electricians, plumbers, refrigeration technicians, storekeepers, technical administrator, upholsterer, vehicle generator mechanic, and a wastewater treatment mechanic as well.
Now, when you say storekeeper, you mean the sort of administrative bookkeeping, accounting skills, or are you talking about the logistics, management, operations
For
skills?
warehouse, yes.
For warehouse, okay, and logistics.
Yes.
Look here, if you are a 17 to 19-year-old man, and you were able to fit 7 of your friends in your 4-seater car, logistics and inventory is the place for you.
There you go.
Honestly.
There you go. So not just the BTVI, not just what we have going on in terms of the swim test on Saturday, but we also want to talk about Grand Bahama, and that's near and dear to my heart because I'm a Freeport girl.
Okay,
So-
that's all right. Let's go, Grand Bahama.
So we are definitely going to Grand Bahama next week. We have a job fair as well as a swim test that is happening October 13th and 14th. So we want people to start coming out. And you can, if you want to get a jump start on actually applying, you can go to Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career, or you email us at pdrecruitment@rccl.com. So any one of those, and you can start the application process even before we get on the ground.
Now let's talk about age ranges. Are there any age specific?
No, once you're over 18.
Right, so that minimum, once you surpass the minimum threshold, okay, 18 and up. No, I'm looking for, I want y'all to know, walking up the hallway just now, I had these young ladies' ears ringing with ideas and job opportunities, right? And things that people don't necessarily think about, right? Because I think about all the young, vibrant faces that are going to be out there, just engaging guests, right? They're like entertainers, improv actors. But then I also think, you know what? You may need some senior women and men who know how to read a room, who can sense from a distance when somebody may need assistance, right? Who could sense when somebody may be just a little, like, Grammy is with the family, but the family gone to do young people things, right?
I got you.
Somebody that walks past and see that, oh, you know what? Let me stop
Maybe
and
Grammy need a
spend
little
4
time.
minutes, 5 minutes
you.
talking to Grammy, maybe a little Bahamian history, personalize her experience for her, right? Dear seniors, that's our bag right there.
You know who I want to jump in here?
Yes.
Our operations director, Alistair, because he can let you know. You spoke about basically the character profile of who it is that we want to be hiring. As the operations director, he knows firsthand who he needs to run those specific areas. So I want him to jump in a little bit, let people know what they can expect when they are hired with Royal Beach Club Paradise Island.
Oh, thank you, Jillian. So, I mean, you put me on the spot a little bit here, but Royal Caribbean is a place that is an equal opportunity employer. First of all, it's a place that we've decided that we will always be 100% Bahamian employed, and we are looking for Bahamians who are bring that culture, bring that uniqueness, bring that Bahamian flavor. The Royal Beach Club is all about the Bahamas. It's all about person's passion. We all know that the diverse culture of the Bahamas should be on display for this island. You know, a lot of tourists see only one side of us, but we are fun-loving, joyous people. So this is what we want. We want people to bring the energy. We want people to bring the rhythm, the sounds, the whole heartbeat of the Bahamas, and allow the world to see us for who we are.
Absolutely. Here's what I was thinking, right? First of all, interpreters for people with audible issues, right? Hearing issues. The deaf, people hard of hearing, interpreters. But then I thought, when I was thinking interpreters, say, look here, there's somebody out here that knows every accent of the Bahamas. There's somebody who knows when you go north in Eleuthera, you add the H, Habaco, and when you go to Abaco, you drop the H, Aba Island, right? I need somebody who could swing from that Cad Island rhythm, intonation, to a very this is how you do it, because Nassau, this is our culture, to a very are you enjoying the day, right? That's our accent in Nassau people. Who have that sort of air, you know, who know, not necessarily know the Bahamas within themselves, right? And every day you think about, how am I Bahamian, and how do I bring that to the workplace?
And
Well, I'm going to tell you, Julian, on our island, the Royal Beach Club, we have done an extensive study with our partners in our Miami office to bring and showcase our local art, our local theme, our local entertainment. So on our island, we're going to have a lot of musicians that are local and a lot of artistry from the Bahamas, whether it be from Grand Bahama, Abaco, whether it be from Eleuthera. On the island, you're going to feel like a Bahamian. You're going to feel every part of our culture on the island, from Junkanoo sounds to our Junkanoo dancers welcoming you on the island, straight to the pool, where the chill pool, where you have our steel band, our rake and scrape, or just a little live beat music of our local DJ is going to be on our party deck. So you're going to feel the rhythms and sounds of our Bahamian culture coming through our music, our art, and our truly, truly Bahamian spirit.
Now look here.
now, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't want Miguel to shortchange you food and beverage.
Oh, yeah.
So he got to talk about the food and how we are infusing Bahamian flavors into every part of the menu.
Well, thank you, Jillian. We do have a third-party vendor who is working along with us, who is going to bring to life a lot of our Bahamian culture through food. We have been working diligently, working through recipes in the background. So if you think of the ultimate beach day when you want the best burger you can have, maybe you are a fish person, we have that burger for you. Maybe you're a plant-based person, we have that barbecue mushroom burger for you. So every aspect of this we
Let me
talk
say,
about.
for the tourists, we got that lion's mane. Just in case you thought we was in high tech. There are vendors who are growing lion's mane, so you could come to the beach club and you possibly could have a lion's mane burger. Yeah, there you go.
Something nice, huh? But we're working through our process now, working through our recipes in the test labs, making sure we get the right products, making sure when you bite into that burger from the beginning to the end, you're going to be tasting our culture, our expression through food. One thing is going to be a hot seller over there as well as our fire when tried it for us.
Y'all should have saw her face just now. She was like, fire engine in a fritter. Yes.
Wait till
you
I
grew up eating it, man.
Wait till I tell you how to make the vegan version of the fire engine fritter. We got it. No, listen, that's why I'm trying to tell these young people. Well, I get the impression, because I've been trying to sneak my application into every section of this project, that they have created a system that is able to extract,
Yes.
right? Able to help you identify these unique talents that you have as a Bahamian and as a young person or an old person, right? Or a Bahamian of something else descent. How to extract the value from your experience to grow this experience? I bet if they let me bubble in that pool, I will be the best lifeguard ever. Now, let's go to the phone line quickly, just in case someone has some questions about details for the recruitment opportunities coming up. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. I don't blame you. I would have hung up my phone and drive straight to BTVI. Right now at BTVI, recruitment exercise is taking place.
Yep.
And if you could just go through the list quickly of who we are looking for. I know we're looking for like HVAC technicians. We're looking for electricians, carpenters. We're looking for plumbers, pool technicians.
You got it. I think you would have said it all. So we're looking for refrigeration technicians, storekeepers, technical administrators, upholsterers, vehicle and generator mechanics, wastewater treatment mechanics. We're also looking for carpenters and electricians.
All right. And I'm going to say, I'm seeing an opportunity. If you're a senior person, you may be semi-retired or retired, right? Take this up as an opportunity. Perhaps it may not be long-term, but it may be great value. You may be able to invest in young people taking up this opportunity and drop that knowledge in that space, right? Because here's what it is. There is a degree of knowledge that is shared on the job, that young people grow in that work site. And so him teaching people in a class is different from him being able to lead on the work site.
Now, we have to head out to get to the BTVI site, so I don't want to take up all of your time.
Oh, I thought you was going to book my ticket. Okay, go on.
We got to talk afterwards. You can't let everybody on the air hear all of that, Erin. Come
Yes,
on,
ma'am.
come on. But I just wanted to remind everyone, because I feel like they're calling in to know the contact details. You can go to www.royalbeachclub@paradiseisland.com/career or pdrecruitment@rccl.com to apply for any one of our positions. We have our technical career fair happening right now at BTVI. We have our swim test on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at the Betty Kelly Swimming Complex. That's a tongue twister. And then in Grand Bahama next week, Tuesday and Wednesday is when we're going to be there. And we'll have our job fair as well as our swim test.
Now, listen, I could call y'all new office for details if I miss them just now. Hey, y'all have a new office.
We do have a new office.
Oh, yeah, just checking. Contacts for
We
details.
are currently at Elizabeth on Bay. We so brand spanking even been ripped off. We don't have our phone lines just yet. So the best way to contact us is pdrecruitment@rccl.com. At any given time, we can have maybe one of our recruiters in that office, so you can come by. But their office is at the bottom of Margaritaville, right on the corner there. So you could go there or Elizabeth on Bay, and you'll find us.
I wanted to say it because the young people were thinking, well, like, okay, how permanent is this space, right? These guys have opened up an office in the Bahamas, first in the Caribbean, first cruise line in the Caribbean, and that gives a sense of permanence, right? The intention to participate. And I think that's what some of the things that young people need to spur them on when they're looking for potential employers, right? Because we also seek y'all out the way y'all seek us out. Now, listen, I know y'all got to go, but I have to throw this idea on y'all.
Come on.
So first of all, dear Bahamas, I may have tricked y'all. Right? I may have given you all the impression that we're trying to go on this cruise as guests. We may be going on this cruise as employees.
Oh, yeah.
It may be all of us. I just saying, but we can get on this cruise.
I actually just connected with one of our team members on a cruise. I think she's on Wonder of the Seas, and she's in the bridge, so in the deck. She works in the driving part of it. And so I was so intrigued that we have so many Bahamians on various different ships. So I always tell them, if you want to come out and you want to join one of these positions that we have here locally, don't just think about it locally. Think about it globally, because you can always transfer and go to various different places.
All right, we're going to the phone line quickly. Good morning, caller.
Hey, girl.
How you do? How you do?
Good. I hope this platform that they have spreads to all those other those companies, who have this kind of operation, right? If you watch the TV, a couple. Almost all of these companies, they never mention the fact that their cruise facility is in the Bahamas. Have you seen that?
I noticed that. I want to thank you for making that point. Thank you very much. I'm so
So I just want to address that really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they would have brought me on because I'm communications. And you have to think about it. You made a very great point. Prior, we have an office here. And so the more that we bring on Bahamians, the more we have the Bahamas placed on the map. So what I've done is I've been pushing out to our social media channels and everywhere that the Bahamas exist. And if you look at some of our advertising, when we advertise Coco Key, when we advertise the Royal Beach Club, you cannot speak about it without speaking about the Bahamas. And so you will see and have been seeing, should have been seeing more and more of the Bahamas being placed on the map, particularly with those that we employ, particularly with our partners, because we don't do it by ourselves. We have local third-party vendors that partner along with us. We're giving out contracts to local Bahamian contractors, the whole 9 yards, laundry, where it be maintenance, security, every aspect of what we do, we infuse Bahamian culture and Bahamian businesses in it. So I hope the caller, as he watches us a little bit more, gets to see more and more of that extend throughout the entire world.
Absolutely. I say, let's set a precedent. Let's set a standard
Yep.
for cruising in the Bahamas.
And we have, because one, like you said, we this is our first office from Royal Caribbean. Nowhere else do they have an office. This is the first one in the Caribbean, and then also this is the first cruise line of any cruise line to establish an office of this size in the capital, Nassau. So
and listen, since y'all made such a grand investment in us, let me make you an investment in y'all and give y'all 2 ideas
Tell me
that
about
I've
it.
been floating on, pun intended, for a little while now. So I think we have 2 cruises that need to happen right away. 2 themed cruises that need to happen right now. Y'all know a boy named King Erin, one of the greatest Bahamian musicians that ever lived. His drum solo is the most widely sampled drum solo in the world. You know, at the beginning, a jump on it. They say dun, 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 and then when the drums go crazy, dun, right? That's him. Anyway, so King Harrison, this is our guy, Bahamas. He toured with the Neil Young Band for 40 years straight. They love him. Neil Diamond loved this boy. So the first cruise is a Neil Diamond, King Harrison cruise. Come to the home. Neil Diamond, come to his vacation home.
Got it.
Right? The second, so Barry Gordy and all those Motown guys, they said that King Harrison is the unsung hero of Motown. Y'all know that multiple times, multiple people have said it. So we got 2 cruises looming on the horizon, pun intended. The King Harrison, Neil Diamond tour, because the people can go crazy when we end the night with the fireworks and Sweet Caroline. They can go crazy when we shut down and the whole Bahamas go to sleep with them. And then the Motown, we have so many Bahamian musicians that perform with Motown, the Backstabbers, the Relationship with the Temptations, and Isaac Sheeran. I don't even know half of them. Freddie Munnings, you could call in, you call in whenever you're ready. We got it. We have the ingredients, and we got the cruise, we got the ocean. We already have a company that's established itself. And I just want y'all to know I have my knee-high stockings ready.
Well, Erin, you are tapping into something here because we have been expanding on how we can have more Bahamians on the ship. It started about 2 weeks ago. Well, it started prior to that, but you really saw it in full display about 2 weeks ago when we had our President's Cruise. So it was an all Bahamas cruise. They came to New Providence as well as to Coco Key.
Y'all had my cousin Obama on that ship and y'all didn't tell me. Or not that type of presidency.
What we did, it was the president of our cruise. It was the president of our cruise.
Awesome.
And what we did is we took over the Nassau Cruise Port as well as Pompey Square. So we wanted to infuse all of that. We had storytelling. We had all of the Junkanoo group. We had the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. We had Bahamian entertainers. We had our food tasting, local Bahamian food, local Bahamian rum, the whole 9 yards.
We're going to have 3 stages, one in Pompey Square, one at the cruise port, one on the ship. We're going to have big screens everywhere, right? And the performances, the stage is going to rotate. So while they're performing on the boat, we on the cruise port in Pompey Square watching that performance on the screen, having a good time. When we in the cruise port, the people on the boat could be watching the concert in the cruise port. Pompey Square could be watching. I could be there with the singing stockings in my A-line skirt. We're going to have a gospel session. We're going to have a rake and scrape session. Listen, I'm excited to go cruising. I don't even care if I waken. Well, as a Bahamian, I have to be waking. That's our job.
Yes.
I'll be there. I will report to duty and I'll be waking.
Thank
but
you,
more
Erin.
importantly,
Thank
you
you.
young people, take advantage of these recruitment exercises. BTVI today, lifeguards, swimming pool related on Saturday at the Kenning Kelly Center. And then the dates for Grand Bahama?
The 13th and the 14th next
Grand
week.
Bahama people, get ready, get online, communicate, find out what you need to get ready. Do not let these opportunities pass you by, especially the young people. But it's Older Persons Month too, so don't count yourself out. There are opportunities there for you as well. Royal Caribbean, I'm so glad that you all sailed into my studio today.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day. And of course, I don't know what direction you're all traveling in, but that protest is a
We're going to avoid it.
Ministry of Education protest. The teachers are demonstrating, so we shall measure our frustration. We shall take alternate routes. We shall support people in their attempts to better their lives. That's all we could do. You guys have a great, you guys in the studio with me have a great day. You guys on the radio, stay tuned. We got a little more talking to do. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Now I got spoon. I call to the boys, hey, what you doing now? Come down and try your hand and see what you can do. Oh boy, you're scared. Oh boy, you're scared, scared, scared. So sailboat, 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 sail. Sail them in the harbor, I'll sail them in the keys. I'll sail on the ocean, I'll sail them all day long. I'll sail them up to Borky, I'll sail them up and down. Hey! All the fellas on the bay talking trash all day. Pluck, Jeffrey, Tyrone, Red Boy, Russ, Dave and Clay. Boy, I'm taking all bets, come bring your pay. When it comes to sailing, boy, Island man don't play.
Boy, you know what's going down tomorrow?
Nobody, what happening?
Joe bringing these knives to school. He could do Junior in.
For what?
Boy, he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you know, John, you don't bark down for nothing. So that means you got a big fight tomorrow.
So whose side you on?
Side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody. I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Boy, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay out of the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, him and these boys coming for me next.
All right, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So how did I boy?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the calls go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pen from them, and you can claim a reward later using that same pen.
Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you're saying.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping your team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
When it comes to hearts at Cleveland Clinic, you can't miss a beat. You seek the best care possible, work with the brightest minds, and leave no stone unturned to get to the heart of the matter. Because understanding is always the first step to overcoming. For every heart in the world, see how we're advancing the future of heart care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. Nassau, Bahamas.
Sailboat, 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 sail. Sail 'em in the harbor, I'll sail 'em in the keys. I'll sail 'em all day long. I'll sail 'em up to Bombay. I'll sail 'em up and down.
Good yawning this morning, and welcome back to On the Clock with Erin Green. That was a wonderful session with Royal Caribbean International, talking about its recruitment opportunities today at BTVI, this weekend at the swim complex for lifeguard certification, lifeguard recruitment. And one of the important things that they wanted to highlight was that these positions come with training. You have to meet a criteria standard to get in, right? But there will be continuing sort of recertification and training for staff members. So don't feel shy or scared. Go out, see if you meet the criteria, the standard, and more importantly, see what you need, right? Like if you're not there yet, see what steps you need to take to get there. Please, young people, take advantage of these opportunities. Now, I got a text here that says, where is for this, please? Well, that's one of the offerings that will be available at the RCI Royal Beach Club once it opens later this year. Absolutely. But if you could find me, if you find me on the road and stop me, I could tell you how to make vegan fire engine, vegan corned beef, and rice or potatoes or however you like it. And I have a text here that says, I'm an artist interested in selling my artwork or being present on the facility. They say I manufacture on wood, tile, and canvas. Please let me know how to contact them. We'll start at, just go online and search Royal Caribbean International or Royal Caribbean Beach Club, Bahamas. Start there. Or you can send an email, or you can, I think it's royalbeachclub@paradiseisland.com. But you go online. They have a massive presence. You can go to on the cruise at the point, I think, and you can start there as well. A texter texted in and said, hey, that is a Ministry of Education protest or demonstration. Sometimes we use the word protest when what's actually happening is an attempt to demonstrate grievances and a commitment to having them resolved. I'm a little stunned by that news, but we're still going to go into the papers. If you're out there, if you're at the demonstration, if you're on the march, give us a call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. 242-300-5720. Toll free for Family Island listeners. If you're in Eleuthera, we want to know what's going on with the power woes there. If you're in Long Island, what's happening in Long Island? We know that you had issues with power, issues with water, issues, infrastructural issues. 242-300-50 is the number for Family Island residents. It's toll-free. Join the conversation. So I guess one of the top stories of the day, Walker confirmed he will be first U.S. ambassador to Bahamas in over a decade. Herschel Walker was confirmed yesterday as the United States ambassador to the Bahamas, the first in over a decade. He and more than 100 other nominees were confirmed in a single Senate vote due to a change in the rules that allowed for the quicker confirmation of U.S. President Donald Trump's nominees. PM Davis said yesterday that he looks forward to working with Walker. Quote, we welcome Ambassador Walker and look forward to continuing our close and constructive partnership with the United States. grounded in friendship, mutual respect, and shared commitment to the progress of our peoples, close quotes, Davis said. Walker, a former NFL player, unsuccessfully ran for a seat in the Georgia Senate in 2022. U.S. President Donald Trump named Walker as his pick in December 2024. At the time of the nomination, Trump described Walker as a, quote, successful businessman, philanthropist, former Heisman Trophy winner, NFL great, close quotes, and a, quote, tireless advocate for youth sports, close quotes. During his nomination hearing last month before the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Walker highlighted China's influence and a growing drug smuggling problem in the Bahamas as key issues he would prioritize as ambassador. That was such a long sentence, pardon me. Quote, China is trying to increase its influence in the region, close quotes. He said, quote, it has built nearly a $3 billion deep water port in the Bahamas and has made other moves that can threaten our national security. Quote, there is a rise in drug smuggling there in the Bahamas. And this is and we turn to page 5. Page 5. Can't seem, here we go, right at the bottom. Real danger to the United States. Quote, the threat to American lives cannot be overstated. Tackling this serious problem requires leadership and cooperation between our governments. Quote, through Operation Bahamas Turks and Caicos, that's OPBAT, the United States works collaboratively with the Northern Caribbean to disrupt illegal trafficking. If confirmed, I see you call like coming right now, I will see that this initiative continues to be strong. Close quotes. Walker would be the first U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas since Nicole Avant left in 2011. Several chargés d'affaires have been appointed since then, but despite ambassador nominees being put forward by various U.S. presidents since Avant's departure, none have been confirmed to the post. Last summer, Kimberly Furnish arrived as the new U.S. chargé d'affaires to the Bahamas. The new $318 million U.S. embassy in Nassau, which sits on Shirley Street just last month, opened in the public. End of article. I have a caller waiting. Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Mr. Green. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Wait a minute, boy, Mr. Walker, you need to give him some little hints on what to expect when he comes to the Bahamas. 1, he's going to love it there. He's not going to want to leave. 2, you need to tell him, people call him by your first name. Because, he's no longer Mr. Walker. In Nassau, they call him Rachel.
Was he ever Mr. Walker? I mean, do celebrities like politicians understand the nature of their presence in the wider society?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get used to being called Herschel. He's no longer Mr. Walker. He can be called Herschel.
And be polite. We can call him Ambassador Herschel.
Third thing, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Please, when that man come here, please don't give him more than 2 collect gold, because that can be his first and last time on the job.
Listen, we do not.
I know you all is party hard.
We do not.
People in the States, they ain't used to alcohol content.
Yeah, that's something, mate. That Collect Gold. Do you remember the beach party? You remember that beach party when they launched Collect Gold?
I remember that.
They had big man. You know what I'm saying? Big man that was up trees, and when the tornado come through, he grabbed the tornado and throw it in the water. Them guys.
Yep.
That brand new Collect Gold had them on the beach, hole in the sand. So
yeah, but I think Mr. Walker, I think he's going to like his crosshair, though. He's not going to go back, though. Once he tastes our good home cooking, and the fact that we don't have no rules in the Bahamas, he ain't going back. You could drive on the sidewalk. You could drink open beer in public.
I mean,
you could cuss out anyone you want.
I am sure that Mr. Walker has been advised, as all diplomatic service members across the globe are advised, don't drink on the job. Simple as that.
That don't exist in Nassau. Nassau is not a real place.
There you go. There you go.
Sharp and iron.
And you see how you say that? Here I am trying to figure out how to fix my mouth to say that perhaps it's not unreasonable for people of a certain age to question whether a relatively like Ambassador Walker could fix his mouth to say he come in to fix the Bahamas. It's not unreasonable for all the people who watched this young man grow up in football to feel a way. You know? However, the things you just said suggest to me that maybe we need to sit back and listen for a second. If only for a second. You know?
You can love it up. Especially after the party with Naughty and Pearly. Oh, yeah. He ain't going back. That one ain't going back.
Well, you just reminded me of something. We need to make... Yes, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great to have an opportunity to talk to him about his sports career, right? Take the ambassador and the politics side out of it. For young Bahamians to have an opportunity to hear a former NFL player talk about his personal experience navigating professional sports. What I'm really hoping is that the thrust of his portfolio, the thrust of his presence is focused on, like he say, youth sports, but also helping the government to grow this Sports in Paradise initiative in a way that it, what do you call it, when it supports the development of local sports and youth sports in the country. I'm hoping that's the thrust of his work here in the country. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to love it up. Okay, have a good day now.
Yes, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Well, I mean, you make a point. Now that we have to have an ambassador, we're supposed to be on our P's and Q's, eh? We're supposed to be on our best behavior. I want to make another note just quickly. In yesterday's Tribune, there was this article, Anne-Marie Davis, my office will address expanding menstrual products in country. Spouse of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, says her office will expand access to a wider range of menstrual products across the country amid growing calls for affordability. To make this point here, I have been promoting a local workshop series. It's taking place in the country called Developing Feminist Standards for Governance, right? This is the second article on the subject matter. This article also references, and I read here, the renewed focus follows mounting advocacy from Equality Bahamas, which last week urged the government to tackle the high cost and limited variety of feminine hygiene products. But here's what happened. In the Equality Bahamas Developing Feminist Standards for Governance, there was a session where they developed a policy statement to present to the government addressing access to menstrual health and feminine hygiene products. Equality Bahamas presented that policy paper at the Future of Democracy Conference 4. That presentation, that initial presentation, resulted in the Tribune. And now you see a follow-up article with the Office of the Spouse of the Prime Minister discussing committing to continuing the work of growing access to these products. And I just wanted to show you an example of how you can advocate for the issues that concern you. I just thought it's a timely example that sessions like these and opportunities like these, sessions like these can be effective if we use them, right? And this is not the only issue that we can cause the government to pay attention to by creating policy positions and then presenting them to the public at forums or in ways you attract the media, you try to get them to do a story on it, and then you start rolling from there. So I wanted to throw that in there. Here are some other stories that were in the papers this week. Well, in fact, let's go to the headlines in today's Tribune. And we're going to get a minute left, 2 minutes left. FNM candidate residents want general election. Golden Isles residents, that is Brian Brown, the FNM's ratified candidate for Golden Isles, says residents would prefer a full general election instead of a by-election following the death of MP Von Miller. I think Golden Isles and Kalani, for totally different reasons, are two of the constituencies to watch, but also not just watch at election time, but to observe, pay close attention to the process of the Boundaries Commission, right? And if I were a resident in any of those constituencies, but I think as a citizen of the country, it's fair for me to be able, to ask these questions, or for anybody to ask these questions. The government indicates that they are going to create new constituencies, right, vis-a-vis Golden Isles and Kalani, to ask for the rationale, to ask them not just why are you making the change, but why have you made the specific changes that you have made? See, whether they are legally obligated to answer the question or not, whether they are required to answer the question or not, put the question to them. Why have you made the decisions that you have made? Right? And why get into the specifics. Why you cut this corner out and not these corners? Right? These are all things that should be reasonable for the electorate to ask. Golden Isles, Kalani, they seem to be the big spots. Then another story in the Tribune section, marinas suffering dismal winter season bookings. Many Bahamian marinas are reporting, quote, dismal, close quotes, reservations for the upcoming winter boating season. The association president warned yesterday, asserting that the booking pace is, quote, worse than last year. Wow. And so just a couple more headlines, producer, till you play that music. Insurers surprised if Imelda claims $6 to $7 million. A Bahamian insurer yesterday said he would be, quote, totally surprised, close quotes, if Tropical Storm Imelda claims exceeded $6 to $7 million in value, and added, quote, we dodged a bullet, but some of our citizens didn't. Oh, I wish I had more time to sort of figure that out. Anyway, I going in the harbor. I gonna find me a sailboat. I can't wait for the cruise. I can start sailing right now, man. KB, always with music for the right time. You guys be good, be safe. Remember, there are protests and demonstrations taking place in town, so don't let your frustration cause you to break the law, although the wind could blow in some of y'all to break the law. Be safe on the road. Stop at the stop signs. Stop at the red lights. Do not turn left on red if there's no sign saying you can do so. Don't turn right on red at all. And don't follow that car running the red light, even if it is a police car. Just don't follow it. Do the right thing. Y'all have a good day. Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Nuri is up next.
This is my chance. I think I got this thing. My crew, them cracking joke. Boy, I won't win.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.